Welcome, welcome, welcome to Pass I On 7 building blocks to sustainability and success. I am Dr. Sean M. Nicholson, and I am so happy to be able to share this mini series with each and every one of you. Well, we have had a wonderful time throughout the course of the week. We started this mini series on January 1, yes, New Year's Day, and we have been going consistently for the past week, and we're just excited to be able to share these building blocks for you. I hope you've enjoyed our time together, and we hope that you have gleaned something from what we have been uh, introducing to each one of you during this particular mini series. I am just so excited and a little sad that it is coming to an end. Yes, it's coming to an end. But we will do it again. We will definitely do this again. Well, this is again Pass I On mini series. And this is something that we're really, again, excited about 7 building blocks to sustainability and success. Now, this could be in your business, in your life, in your ministry, your nonprofit, whatever the case may be. I believe that these particular building blocks will help you to be sustainable and to even find and secure success. All right. Well, for those of you that are just for the first time seeing me, I am a third generation contractor. My vocation is carpentry. I ran a construction company for well over 15 years here in the Richmond metropolitan area and abroad. I have, I guess, perfected, if you will, the trademark of being able to be precise and um, show great workmanship and tradesmanship in my craft. And we're excited about that. And we thought that we would bring those skills over to the consultant world. So in 2016, we started a consulting firm, S&N Square Incorporated, where we provide the building blocks to sustainability and success. And we're headquarters right here in Richmond, Virginia, where it's the home of several Fortune 500 companies. And here we believe in strategy, innovation, and vision. Now, from all of this, we were able to author a book on last year called Pass I On. So this mini series is a high overview of that particular book. And if there's anything that you are learning or think that you can glean from our services, by all means, contact us. We won't be able to go through the entire book during this mini series, but I'm giving you enough for you to make the decision that you want to call us. Now, the way our business model works is that we have an assessment for leaders and for companies that we send out, and we get you to fill that or answer those questions on that assessment. And from that, we can ascertain, if you will, your pain points. And once we understand what your pain points are, we're able to devise a strategy using innovation that can bring forth or bring out your vision and help you in any of your endeavors. So we're just excited to be able to have this particular byproduct of that. Now, in this mini series, you will be able to see how I'm able to reveal, if you will, for me anyway, the 7 building blocks that have helped me reach a degree of success. I'm sure that it will help you as well in your endeavors to be successful. You are, if you are dedicated to this particular hybrid series or course, you'll be able to, I think, use some of these skills with the things that you're doing. All right. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is that this particular mini series is so, to me, is very important because it gives you kind of like a bird's eye view or an introductory into what your potential is by uncovering some things that you may have already forgotten that you had. All right. It doesn't matter if you, whatever you desire in life, whether it's to become financially free, right? whether it's living a life on your own terms, the awe and the respect that you get from people that possibly counted you out or said that you wouldn't be able to accomplish those things, to have a fresh beginning. This is the new year, 2022, a year, I guess, of new beginnings. And this may be the year that you launch your business that you've been dreaming about for so long. This is the time for a fresh beginning, right? Just about anything at all. You'll be able to obtain it with these particular building blocks that we're going to discuss on today. All right. So the building blocks to sustainability and success. You ready? Let's go. Now, success in any event is made up of a collection of smaller events built on top of one another. Success is not like some people think, just a luck of the draw, right? It takes a little bit more than that. It's hard work. Now, if you notice here, in order to acquire or obtain success, there's going to be trial, there's going to be error, there's going to be life experiences that you're going to go through. There's going to be the knowledge from those life experiences, the endurance, the perseverance, pushing through on every account. It's going to be the drive that you develop in doing so, the work ethic that you have. And all of this, to me and for me, would not be possible without this building block, as you see on the bottom, which is research. For me, that is one of the foundational principles for success. Research, research, research. If you want to be really, really good at your craft, really, really good at your trade, really, really good at your profession, you got to research to find out, well, how can you perfect that particular thing? And from that, as it's being on the foundation part of it, you can build up as high as you want to go. Now, as a builder, I know something about building. I know how to lay a foundation and pour a footing or lay a foundation and build that foundation up so that it's solid, it's secure. In carpentry or in building, we say it's plumb, level, and straight. And when we do that, it doesn't matter how high or how many stories go up. If that foundation is solid, it's going to last. And the interesting thing about that, even if the building is old and dilapidated and you tear the building down, if that foundation is solid, you can just start from the foundation and build up again. You see? So that's why I feel that research is very important, because that's going to help you with your drive. That's going to help you with the work ethic. That's going to help you with the endurance and the life experience and the knowledge. And then it's going to help you to sustain and be solid and don't waver and shake when things get rough. And you learn that through the different trials and error. Okay. Now, anything that you do, you got to learn the basics. When you're learning how to ride a bicycle, you have training wheels on, right? And the training wheels are just that. It trains you on how to ride the bike, how to stay focused, how to stay balanced. And as you're riding that bicycle and the training wheels are going, you begin to get comfortable in what you're doing. And then one day you don't even need the training wheels. Well, in order to have success and sustainability, we got to start with the basics. And so you're going to need to learn some basic things first. All right. Now, number one, you got to have a clear goal. You got to know what you're doing. You have to be clear and concise of what the plan is and what the goals that you have for doing what you want to do. Then you have to take small steps in working towards the goals that you take. Thirdly, you got to be consistent. And then fourth, you have to have perseverance. You got to keep pushing, no matter the distractions, the disappointments, possible failures, negativity, whatever comes your way. You got to persevere. You got to keep being persistent and go through those particular obstacles. Number five, you got to reward yourself. It is very important for you to reward yourself for achieving the goals that you set. You deserve it. Being successful, running a business as an entrepreneur is hard work. It's been said that entrepreneurship is not full-time or part-time, it's all the time. And that's a true story. And what we glean from that is that we spend more hours because we have birthed something that's a part of us. And we want to nurture it and we want to grow it and mature it until it gets to a point that it can really run on autopilot. That's the end goal. Be able to run on autopilot, and have residual income. All right. So when you meet your goals, when you set your goals and you obtain those goals, reward yourself. You deserve it. Lastly, put time limits on your goal. Don't just stretch it out there so far that, you forget about it, or things come in and turn things around. Set obtainable goal timelines, right? So that you can set these milestones to get to where you're trying to go in the journey of becoming successful and having your business sustainable. Okay. Now, these are the 7 building blocks for sustainability and success. You ready? Let's go. Building block number 1. Building block number 1 is very special to me, and it is the core of my existence because it's my faith. Now, I'm a faith person. I believe in God. I believe in the power of God. I believe in the power of faith. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe that I have nothing without God in my life. That's my testimony unapologetically, right? Now, this is not a conversion. I'm not trying to persuade you one way or the other. I will say, though, that there should be a higher power. You should have some recognition of a supreme being. Now, the takeaway from this particular mini-series is to know that although you have that higher power to pray to and to trust and have faith in, you're still going to have faith in yourself. You're going to have to believe in yourself that you can do the things that you want to do. So building block number 1 is just that, faith. Now, watch this. Faith. Now, faith is the confidence or trust in a person, a thing, a deity, or in the doctrines or teachings of a religion, or any particular strong political faith or beliefs. Okay. It can also be the belief that is not based on proof. Okay. Now, when we look at faith, there's 5 reasons why I feel we should have faith. Number 1, power of faith breeds abundance. Well, what does that mean? As I have faith, I believe that I'm not going to be in lack. I believe that there's going to be an abundance of things because I work hard at it. I have faith to believe that I can accomplish and acquire those particular things. So I'm going to have an abundance of peace. I'm going to have abundance of joy. I'm going to have abundance of wealth. I'm going to have abundance of drive because I believe in what I'm doing. Number 2, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Now, that's a true statement, and you have heard this many, many times before. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Why? Because you're able to get up and do it again. You're able to be consistent and persevere through any obstacles, right? So whatever doesn't kill you, it does make you stronger. Faith helps you to discover your purpose in life. I'm of the opinion that everyone has a purpose. There is a reason for each one of us to be here. We just have to identify, discover what that particular purpose is. Number 4, faith trumps stress, anxiety, and fear. Now, this does not mean that those things are not going to surface, but when you have faith, you're able to, that supersedes the stress, the anxiety, and the fear, and you don't focus on that. And then lastly, it acts as a pathway for finding solutions. We come across challenges and problems every single day. I often make a running joke and say that my next career is going to be a firefighter. You may say a firefighter. Why a firefighter? Well, because I have perfected the art of putting out fires. I tell you, it's like when you turn around, there's a fire and you got to put it out, and you run over here, you got to put that out, you got to put that out. So, that's going to be my next career. But what I'm saying is that having faith, it acts towards a pathway towards finding solutions to different situations that come across or come your way. Okay. Now, building block number 2. Building block number 2 is very important as well. And I put these in this order. Now, you may do it in different order, but this is what works for me. Building block number 2 works hand in hand with building block number 1. So favor is building block number 2. Now, favor is different from or than favors. You know, we may ask somebody, well, can you do me a favor? Or have you ever had somebody that ask you to do them a favor? Favors are often actions designed to influence, to control, and unfortunately manipulate others. This is very different from the favor I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of a divine favor. Favor is when others out of goodwill seek to benefit you. Divine favor is when God pours out his benefits on you simply because you have done something to make him happy. You have done something to please him. And in return, when a man's ways please God, it causes even your enemies to find favor in you. You know, that's powerful stuff for me. I don't know about you, that I can have my enemies, people that may not even like me, bend over backwards to get me what I need, because that's the favor of God and of man. Now, there's 6 ways to grow in favor without or with both God and man. 6 ways that I have identified in my book. Live life wholeheartedly to God. He is the number one thing. I personally believe that if it was not for him, I would not be able to do any of what I have been able to do. Number 2, God is a rewarder to them that diligently seek him. Now, what this simply means is that we got to pray. You know, we got to seek God. We got to talk to him. Every morning, I do my devotions. I read my Bible. I focus and meditate, if you will, on God. I talk to him. I ask him to make my ways straight. I ask him to put favor, give me favor with him as well as with people that I'm going to come in contact with. If I'm dealing with a situation or going into a board meeting and I got some rough and some conflict resolution to do, I seek God for understanding and knowledge so that when I get to that particular boardroom, he's speaking through me and everything that I say is spot on and everything ends up working out. Number 3, perseverance during the pain of correction, right? When I'm corrected for things that I've done wrong, or I'm corrected because I could have done things differently, I learn through those things. And I believe that by learning through them, it brings long-term favor in my life. Number 4, use your business to do God's business. Now, that may sound strange, but to me, when you do that, that's when God makes it his business to bless your business. I tell anybody, ministry is not just in the pulpit. It's not just going to church. It's not just doing that. But ministry is simply service. We serve people. You know, if you're in the human service business, at best, you should like people, right? Because this is what you're doing. You're helping people that are less fortunate. You're helping people that are trying to find their way. You're helping people that are possibly down on their luck, but it's something that you have that you to offer them that will pick them up, right? So when you begin to use your business for God's business, he in turn blesses your business. Number 5, ask for favor. I told you earlier when I pray in the morning, I ask for favor with God and with man. There's nothing wrong with asking for it. He will deliver. All right. Blessing others causes you to reap favor with others. This is just simply the law of reciprocity. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap. It's going to come up. And for those of you that are believers that are listening to this particular mini series, the Bible even says, as long as the earth remains, there will be seed, time, and harvest. All right. So give of yourself and watch it come back to you. Okay. Now, building block number 3. Now, building block number 1 and 2 are my core. That's really what fuels me, if you will. But number 3, I strategically placed in the middle because that right there is where the heartbeat is for me. What do you think building block number 3 is? There it is. Passion. All right. Now, the interesting thing about passion, that's where the book name came from, the title of the book, Pass I On. That's just a play on the word that I've made. And by the way, By being an entrepreneur, I must tell you, I own the trademark to that. Pass I on. That is a trademark that I own. So I believe in it. And I believe that passion is the ability to pass I on. That's my definition of passion. Now, before discussing passion and really explaining its significance, we must first define the true meaning of success. I told you that many people have different definitions of success. Now, success is usually thought of as being or as making large sums of money or wealth or achieving certain things or having the fame, the fortune, the accolades, and all of these different things. But success is better defined as an achievement of a desired aim or purpose, more than money, more than fame, more than prestige. And most people, they desire to align their own passions with their work while making a sustainable income by doing so. Everything that I do, I'm passionate about it, and I'm making money by doing it. Who can go wrong with that? And see but we got to understand is that it has to be more than just the revenue, because money brings diminishing returns. That the more you make, the more you spend. And what happens is this ends up changing the way that you do business. Now, most people, success means being proud of their achievement and being a part of something that matters. That's very important. That's why you see some people that have ran Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies, they turn around and then start working for a nonprofit, right? Because they believe in the work. This is particularly true when it comes to meaningful work, right? In fact, if an individual decides to follow their passion, there is a greater likelihood that money and traditional success will follow. It's a great likelihood that will happen. Why? Because the time and effort invested in the venture comes with enthusiasm as well as zeal. That's the passion, okay? Let's look at this. Why is passion so important for success? Well, I bet you heard I say in my book a gazillion times, that's a lot of times, a gazillion times, that you need to have passion for what you do to be successful. But have you ever thought about why passion is so important for success? Think about it. Why is passion so important for success? Now, I've been in the personal development, professional development industry for over a decade, and I'm telling you that the passion that I have uncovered, if you will, passion itself, in and of itself, is to me one of the keys to that success. Yes, I believe that by me being so passionate, I'm able to be successful, and I just appreciate the drive and enthusiasm that I have to be able to do it. This is what my pursuit of happiness is, if you will. Now, I want to share the 7 reasons why you need to have passion in order to be successful in life. Number 1, passion fuels your motivation. Number 2, passion boosts your focus and puts you in what's called a flow state. And I explain what a flow state is in my book. Now, I will pause for this. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you can see where you can purchase my book. That will take you to my website, and you're able to purchase the book, Pass I On, the 7 building blocks to sustainability and success. Or you can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, Apple, wherever to purchase books. Where you purchase books, you can find our books, okay? Thirdly, passion allows you to be more creative, all right? I know that was a shameless plug, but hey, I had to put it in there. Passion allows you to become more creative. Passion makes you happier. Passion equips you with positive attitudes. It will have you less stressful about situations and knowing how to deal with them. Passion acts or attracts other passionate people. I believe it's contagious. As I'm passionate, I attract other passionate people to come alongside of me and get this work done. Okay? Passion. Building block number 4. Building block number 4 is very important because this deals with resilience. Sometimes we're going to fall. Sometimes we're going to fail, but we got to brush ourselves off and get up and go and do it again. So why is resilience so important for success, you might ask? Well, let's look at this. In psychology, resilience is the individual's tendency to cope with stress and with adversity. Now watch this. This coping may result in the individual, any individual, bouncing back, if you will, to a previous state of normalcy, or even just simply showing no effects in the negative context, right? You just keep it moving, even though things are not going so well. You're able to bounce back from these different deficiencies, if you will. I list in my book 10 ways to become more resilient. Number 1, understand that setbacks are a part of life. Number 2, be aware of yourself and the environment. Now, notice that's be aware, not beware. So be aware of yourself and the environment. Number 3, believe and know that you are in control. That's a powerful one. You got to believe that you're in control. Excuse me. Number 4, become a solution thinker. Number 5, believe in yourself. You see that? 10 ways to become more resilient. Number 6, set goals and then define them with manageable milestones. You got to be able to, they have to be obtainable, right? Number 7, stay optimistic. Stay away from pessimistic people, right? But you got to stay optimistic. You know, they say that, I saw a caption one time that said the sky's the limit. No, it said that don't tell me that the sky's the limit when there's footprints on the moon, right? There's no limitation. You can go as high as you want to go. Stay optimistic, okay? Number 8, be brave and ask for help. It is nothing wrong with asking for help. Nothing wrong at all. Number 9, take it easy. You got to take a break sometime, right? Whether it's a quick getaway or a day trip or whatever the case may be, just breathe. Take a break. Take it easy. Nurture yourself, all right? Those are the 10 ways to become more resilient. Number 5, building block number 5. Woo. Building block number 5 is very good, and that's rejuvenation. Now, did you know that the root word for rejuvenate is juvenile? Now watch this. Juveniles are young children who act and play without the cares of the world. They take chances as they haven't faced their fears yet. And if they have any fears at this particular point in their life, it's because the parent instilled the fear in them, right? Let's take, for instance, a stove. You know, we tell our children when they're coming up because they are gravitated to the stove and the stove is hot. And we let that young child know that it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Well, they didn't know, they don't care. They're going at it like it's nothing because they don't have any fear. We instill that fear. Now, that's a cautionary fear, but nonetheless, it's still a fear that we instill in them, okay? So the point of this is, when you're juvenile, the fears that you have, they don't really matter because you know everything is going to be okay. There's no cares, if you will. So what fears have been implanted into your business? See, if there's any fears that you have of your business, you're the one that created those fears. Now let's think about this. In order to rejuvenate a company, something new always has to be in the works. You got to keep it fresh, right? In order to keep the company fresh, you may have to create a new product. You may have to design another marketing campaign or some particular sales technique or something that you're constantly being introducing. You know, you're always doing something new, right? Microsoft or Apple keeps advancing their businesses. Why? By creating new innovations on a regular. I mean, every time you turn around, they're creating something new. And for the sales professional, every day must be exciting and greeted as if it's a child waiting for Christmas. That helps you to be rejuvenated, all right? You got to watch your focus. You know, focus is everything. Focus is what you want, and it will come to life, right? Simplify your business. As a kid, there weren't any cares, as I mentioned, to worry about. But as an adult, we got our plates full with all kinds of stuff. So the benefit of having a business plan or having a vision for your business or for your life, that is, it allows you to be simple, to simplify it. And that way you can weed it out, you can delegate it, you can eliminate all the activities that don't contribute to your particular goals that you have set for your life. And because every day should offer new opportunities for you and hidden treasures, right? But you got to put things in focus. You got to look at things differently. Okay, watch this. 7 ideas that we have that we're suggesting that you use in order to rejuvenate your business. Here it is. Consider a rebrand. Conquer the internet. Got to learn the power of the internet, the World Wide Web. An extra service you can add to your business. Open a second premise. There's a typo there. We have to correct that. But open up a second premise, a second location. Okay. Make your brand trendy, right? Let people talk about it. You know, brand awareness. Create a marketing campaign. People should know who you are. Keep an eye on your competitors. You got to watch out, you know, because things are changing on a regular. And then every time a competitor pops up, that's less money out of your pocket. So you got to stay ahead of the curve there. Cutting edge, if you will. Export your products to new markets. You may be in your local town, branch out to the neighboring town or the neighboring state or whatever the case may be. You know, got to keep things fresh in order to rejuvenate your business. Building block number 6. Building block number 6. Now, this is where it gets good. Rebranding. Now, I can't go over everything through this mini series, but this will just kind of tickle your fancy or wet your whistle or dangle the carrot, whatever, whatever you want to say. All right. Rebranding happens when a company changes its logo, okay, its slogan, its vision, its mission, its values, or possibly its target audience, or make to build a brand identity, right, in the minds or that creates leads or creates more customers or competitors or even partners. Okay, it helps the brand attract new audience, people that you probably didn't serve in the past, right? It helps you to remain and stay relevant. It helps you to stand out among all of the other competitors that are in your area or your trade. Okay, it improves brand awareness. That is the importance of rebranding. Now, I got a couple of tips for you. Why is rebranding so important? Well, look at it this way. Your business has 7 seconds to make a first impression. 7 seconds, okay? To make a first impression. Sometimes brands fail to do that. They fail to draw the attention of the customer because they're using the wrong logo. It's too busy, too much stuff happening there, right? Or having a difficult, uncatchy name, right? You can't even pronounce the name. You know, that's not going to bring you business. Or working with an unclear vision and mission. People want to know what you stand for. They want to know what your core values are. That is very important. You see, we live in a world today where trends are constantly evolving. Things are changing on a regular. Some companies also require change in order to attract new companies or new customers, that is. This is possible with rebranding. Consider rebranding. Okay, you might just need to refresh your business, change your business model, design a new logo or a name after a merger has taken place. You know, let's look at BB&T and SunTrust, for instance, right? They merged together and now it's called Truist, right? They brought the two together. That's very important with rebranding. Something to consider. Now, here's a few types. Well, there's two types of rebranding. One, partial rebranding and total rebranding. Pretty simple, right? Partial and full, okay? How to rebrand a company? Well, redefine your target audience and market. Rethink your vision, mission, and values. Reconsider your company name. Revise your brand slogan. Lastly, reestablish your brand identity. This is how you begin to rebrand your company. All right? All right, the moment we've been waiting for, building block number 7. Can you guess what that is? We talked about faith. We talked about favor. We talked about passion. We talked about resilience. We talked about rejuvenating. We talked about rebranding. What do you think? is the 7th building block. Now remember, we said pass I on the 7 building blocks to sustainability and success. So I'll give you 5 seconds to think about what building block number 7 is. All right, I'll tell you. It is success. That's building block number 7, success, right? Now, one of the first things to get clear in your mind is whether your most important value is liquidity, its growth, or control. You got to figure those things out. Why? Because prioritizing the growth of your business could be a matter of ambition, or that it increases the benefits you think you would bring to society, right? When we started off, I said you have to define what success is for yourself. What success is to me may not be what it is to you, but you need to define that so that you can begin to work towards that. Now, liquidity allows you to take money out of the company to finance your lifestyle, okay? Or to donate that to a particular charity. If the control is your top priority, well, you should avoid the steps that benefit the company at the cost of your control of the business. On the other hand, success takes hard work, persistence, planning. And once you figure out what's important to you, that's when you need to start designing or drawing up a plan. You got to figure out what success means to you, what it looks like, okay? Well, I hope that you have enjoyed the Pass I On mini-series, the 7 building blocks to success and sustainability. We hope that something that we said will inspire you, and it will provoke you, if you will. Well, not necessarily provoke, but it will encourage you. That's a better word. To encourage you to give us a call so that we can help you out. I believe that I believe in developing leaders. I believe in doing things that will be beneficial for the ecosystem. I love to help entrepreneurs, and if there's anything that we can do, please look us up. Now, again, the name of our company is SMN Square Incorporated. Again, where we provide the building blocks to your sustainability and success. So you can find us on all social media platforms, SMN Square. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's Twitter, smnsquare.com. Or you can find me on LinkedIn. So this has been the first Pass I On mini-series, and I have thoroughly enjoyed your company. I hope that you have learned something during this week that we have shared together. And remember, passion is the ability to pass I on. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.